Yes, what's good guys, just a quick trade recap off of today's trade. So before I start, I just wanted to say I wasn't going to be trading today simply because there was FOMC later in the PM session. So usually the AM session is a bit choppy, not really any momentum or volatility going into the AM session, or at least expecting less probable conditions. But anyways, I was tape reading the session and I did come across an A+ setup, and I just had to execute and just use up the trade for the day. So anyways, we'll start off on the naked chart and then we'll sort of add the drawings, the payday arrays, etc. So starting off on NQ at 9:30 open, we're pumped straight to the upside, all while if we have a look at ES after the 9:30 open, ES comes down to manipulate some form of sell side liquidity. NQ holds below, so we've got bullish SMT on the higher time frame. Then after that SMT, we clearly get a clean displacement to the upside, and instantly I know that this is going to be a trending day. So the market pumps up, takes out some form of buy stops, and we'll close above this 4-hour bearish gap, which confirmed my bullish bias on the day. So this bearish gap on the 4-hour got closed above. Now I know that we are reaching for all-time highs, and I think we've just taken it there later in the PM session. But going into the trade we had taken during the AM session, after closing above that 4-hour bearish gap, we come down and sweep out the sell stops in NQ, all while ES holds above. So again, it's more of like a continuation play. So we'll pull back into a internal range gap, which was this 15-minute BISI, after closing above the bearish gap. So price comes down, mitigates this bullish gap here to the left. SMT at the lows. NQ taps that to perfection, as in that 15-minute BISI. Clean buy model, market structure shift, displacement, and it was a clean unicorn model, and then went long as soon as price retested this bullish gap on the 1 minute, which was paired with a breaker. Stops were below this displacement candle's low, and then I was just targeting these relative equal highs up at buy side for around 1.68 risk to reward. Now, soon as ES had taken out the buy stops, as it did take out this buy side before NQ did, I just instantly went break even, and then it comes down, gets a little bit close to break even, and then reverses and smashes TP. So usually what I don't do is, when ES takes TP first, I tend to just set break even and hold the trade instead of going instead of closing fully, simply because it skews the risk to reward long term. I mean, in the moment, if you do take profits, it is nice to secure profit on the day, but in the long term, if you keep closing early as ES takes TP first, and vice versa, if you're taking longs on ES, NQ takes TP first, it sort of skews the risk to reward long term. So, but yeah, went break even, and then final TP ended up getting smashed for 1.68 risk to reward. But the main narrative behind this trade was mostly on the higher time frame. So open up at 9:30, and then the 10 AM 4-hour candle closed above this bearish gap. So instantly I knew that we were wanting to expand and reach for all-time highs yet again. And then we've just taken out the drawn liquidity during the New York lunch. Interesting. But yeah, that's a trade recap for today's trade. I'll see you guys all in tomorrow's live stream who are in the VIP.